Hi, I'm Allison. I'm a reading specialist and I help parents of kids who are struggling with reading. In this video, I'm going to share some really simple, practical tips that you can use right away to help your child read 3-letter words correctly. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to do that now, and then also hit that little bell so that you're notified every time I post a brand new video about helping your child learn to read. Okay, so what are 3-letter words, first of all? Well, 3-letter words are sometimes also called consonant, vowel, consonant, or CVC words. And this is an example of one. It has 3 letters, yes, but it's also a consonant, vowel, consonant word where M is the consonant, C, the vowel comes next, the A, V, and then there's a consonant at the end, another C. So this is why lots of 3-letter words, not all 3-letter words, but lots of 3-letter words are called CVC words. Right now in the comments, go ahead and let me know if your child is working on 3-letter words or CVC words. So usually when kids are learning how to read, we start with CVC words, those 3-letter words. But if your child is struggling to read CVC words and they're not having a whole lot of success yet at all, then I actually recommend going back and working on 2-letter words like these. So these are vowel consonant words. You can see that there's a short vowel in up, right? That's U, and then a consonant P. So instead of having to blend 3 sounds together, your child just has to say up, up, which can often be easier. Same thing with on. It's another short vowel, so there's a vowel first, followed by a consonant, right? So the O is representing the ah sound, and then we have n, on. So even though it sounds kind of funny, to help your child learn to read 3-letter words, you might need to start with 2-letter words first. Once your child gets some practice in with 2-letter words, then you can try 3-letter words again. And my next tip is to have your child blend just 2 parts at a time. Now, in this word sit, we as the adults know that there's 3 sounds, right? S, it. Those are the sounds in sit. And normally we might ask kids to read s, it, sit, to have them sound it out, right? And that's fine. That does work for many kids, but if your child is struggling, what I encourage you to do instead is to just have them blend 2 sounds at a time. When I say blend, I mean put the sounds together. So instead of s, it, sit, what you can have them do is say s, it, sit. I'm gonna do that one more time. S, it, sit. So this time they're only blending 2 parts. First they blend this and this, right? And then they take the sit and put it with the t to get the whole word. Okay, so this can be a really helpful strategy if your child has been working on CVC words and it's just not sticking or working well yet. Okay, now let's say that your child does know all of or most of their letter sounds, but it's hard for them to put the sounds together to do what we call blending. Like when I was saying it, sit, to put them together is blending. If that is hard for them, work on blending without any letters, okay? So what I'm gonna share with you next is just a listening activity. Rather than show them words, you can still work on words at a different time, but rather than show them words during this activity, what you're gonna do is you're gonna tell them 2 or 3 sounds, and their job is to put the sounds together to make the word. So you might say, okay, the sounds are us. What's the mystery word? And they have to blend those sounds and say us. Or you might say, okay, the sounds are at, and they have to blend the sounds to say hat. So go through maybe like 5 to 10 examples of these kinds of words with your child. And again, there's no letters involved. It's just something quick you can do while you're waiting in line, in the car. Whenever you have a couple of minutes, help them practice blending without the letters. The reason for this is because they have to be able to blend with just the sounds in order for them to do it with the letters. If they can't do it with the sounds, 99.9% of the time, they're not going to be able to do it with the letters. So they've got to be able to do it with the sounds, and you can help them practice by removing letters. My last tip is to keep working on letter sounds and building speed. You can do this with just quick flashcards or maybe magnetic letters. Say, okay, what sound does this letter make? Anything that seems fun to your child. But even if they already know the letter sounds, being able to come up with them more quickly will really help. So let me show you an example of what I mean. Let's say that you want your child to read the word not. Now imagine that your child says, t. There's so much space between those sounds, right? They're saying the sounds very slowly. It is much less likely that they're going to be able to come up with not if they say the sound so slowly than if they're able to say not, or not. The faster they can say the letter sounds, the easier it will be for them to read CVC words, 3-letter words. So keep building that speed and fluency with their letter sounds. If your child has been having a hard time learning how to read and maybe they don't even want to try anymore, or they're getting a little bit resistant to practicing, I have a free mini course that is just for you. It's quick, it's easy for parents to watch, and I'm going to include the link in the caption for this video so that you can grab it. Again, it is totally free and will help your child get on the right track with their reading. Okay, thanks so much for watching this. I hope these tips are helpful. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.